Did you know that you can eat your way towards dementia? Did you know that you can also heal yourself if you eat your way away from dementia? It's a double-edged sword, and you need to find yourself on the correct path, obviously. So, our brain is subject to aging, just like the rest of our body. You don't say. Cool. It is also subject to disease, which is unique in a sense that it can change the very essence of who you think you are. Strange phrasing when you're talking about Alzheimer's and dementia. Alzheimer's can turn a loved one into a stranger. And like I've said before in multiple other videos as well, I cannot think a hell quite like having to live through or having a loved one having to go through Alzheimer's or dementia. It's just, you'd just rather be snapped from existence from just a terrible, ravaging form of cancer where you're just done in a minute instead of just losing who you are and just forgetting how to perform the daily acts of life. Like, it doesn't compare in my opinion, but again, to each their own. Fortunately, even as the disease grows in prevalence, researchers have also been learning more about factors that put us at risk and habits we can use to cultivate to keep our brain healthy. One recent study out of the University of Queensland and the German Center of Neurodegenerative Diseases, they discovered the phytochemical in apple peels can stimulate the growth of new neurons, neurogenesis. Interesting. The phytochemical is called Qcertain. Yeah, we did a video about that before, but now they're finding out more useful information from Qcertain. How wonderful. While the researchers found that this compound did not help with the brain grow neurons when used at high concentrations, it was pro-neurogenic at low concentrations, which means it can lead to the creation of new neurons, specifically in the hippocampus region of the brain. So literally, once again, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and the head doctor specifically. The brain has a hippocampus within each of its temporal lobes, which are just above the ears. So right there. The hippocampus is part of the limbic system. This is a part of the brain where the behavioral and emotional responses are generated. So if somebody's being extra spastic, that means that their hippocampus might be flaring up. These responses are central to survival and include reproduction, caring for babies, feeding, and fight or flight response, or freeze. There's 3 forms of that. Anyways, other parts of the limbic system include the thalamus, hypothalamus, basal ganglia, and amygdala. The hippocampus is a well-studied part of the brain, which takes its name from a hippopotamus. From the shape that resembles a seahorse. What? Why not call it the seahorse campus? The area plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, coding, and learning. Another of its major functions is forming a cognitive map, which is related to your ability to acquire new knowledge, store it, and recall it later. The hippocampus is also the area that takes the initial damage when the plaques and tangled fibers if Alzheimer's starts to destroy brain function. So, why does Qcertain work? A new study looked at how Qcertain, a plant flavonoid found in apple peel, spurred neuron growth. Flavonoids are a type of flavonoid. What? Or flavanols, sorry, are a type of flavonoids. It's like, that didn't make any sense. Compound, in which are found in many plants, including being an essential pigment for bright colors in fruits and vegetables. Flavonoids are also powerful antioxidants, which help the immune system work better by neutralizing free radicals. Exactly, cage those radicals. Second half of the study was an in vivo, which is living, yes, vivo is Latin for living, study using an animal model. After the data analysis, researchers ultimately found that apples contained compounds in the peel and the flesh that helped promote neurogenesis, getting your brain to work right. Qcertain from the peel and another active compound from the apple flesh, words DHBA, there you go, I'll shorten it for everyone, demonstrated the ability to increase precursor cell proliferation and neurogenesis. The researchers measured the effect of the neural precursor cells, which are stem cells that can generate neural cell types within the brain. They found the effect was like that reported in the past studies for other plant compounds such as resveratrol and epigallocatechin 3-gallate, EGCG. Yes, which can be found in green tea. Exercise also stimulates brain growth. I think that's what we talked about the last time that we discussed Alzheimer's and discoveries there within. Another thing we can do to promote neurogenesis is exercise. One study from the University of British Columbia, don't hold that against them, discovered that aerobic training could help increase the hippocampus volume in older women who had mild cognitive impairment. Scientists engaged 86 women ages 70 to 80. How could you keep them all together? And assign them to a twice-weekly program over 6 months. Women engaged in aerobic activity, resistance training, or balance and tone training. Those enrolled in the aerobic training showed significant improvement in hippocampal volume. Very interesting. So Qcertain, cardiovascular activity. What else can you do? There is additional strategies that you can do to promote brain health. Tell us more, doctor. Astaxanthin is one. Powerful antioxidant is a natural occurring carotenoid responsible for the pink or red color found in salmon, trout, lobster, and other seafood. It is also referred to the king of antioxidants. No, I thought yesterday we talked about another antioxidant. Can't quite remember. Guess I need more. Astaxanthin. And is derived from the microscopic algae Hypocampus, that produces it as a protective mechanism to shield it from ultraviolet light in your body. It helps protect against reactive oxygen species and oxidation that plays a role in heart disease, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, and aging. In one review of the literature, scientists identified several pathways Astaxanthin, may take to help slow brain aging. They also found it increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic function, or factor, not function, and reduces oxidative damage in DNA, lipids, fat, and protein. Another nutrient found in fatty fish that helps protect your brain health is omega-3 fatty acids. There you go. They are long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids that include EPA, I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that, and DHA. There you go. You read it for yourself. These nutrients are crucial for cell membranes and play an anti-inflammatory role within the body. Yes, we've been over that quite a bit. And then also, what can you do? What can you avoid in order to forestall the effects or the theoretical effects if you were to be afflicted with Alzheimer's or dementia? Avoid processed food. It is repeated over and over and over again. Stop eating out of bags and boxes, okay? They will get your head to hurt, they will get your heart to hurt, they will get your lungs to hurt, and they will also get your wallet to hurt because you'll have to buy bigger clothes, you fat disaster. Anyways, drink less alcohol. Yep, nobody's life story ever turned around with the phrase, and then everything started to get better when I started drinking. Sleep well, obviously. Chronic sleep deprivation is another lifestyle component that can trigger poor brain health. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain cannot do the necessary housekeeping. Yeah, that makes sense. Qcertin's other job. So what else does it do? Well, the new study highlights Qcertin's role in neurogenesis. The medical literature has highlighted its capacity as a zinc iophore, helping move zinc into cells where it can halt viral replication. Oh, okay. Research also found that it is a synergistic partner with vitamin C. On its own, Qcertain acts as a natural antihistamine and anti-inflammatory and can also lower your risk for viral illnesses. Yes, we've been over Qcertain many times before. Feel free to look for the video as well. Another benefit of taking Qcertain at night is to take advantage of its senescent action. This helps to remove senescent cells, which are similar to non-replicating cancer cells, that secrete powerful inflammatory cytokines. You can optimize Qcertin's senoleic properties if you take it while you are fasting. Interesting. Very interesting. So take care of your head so you can live a long and prosperous life and at least have the quality to justify living into your 9th, 10th, and maybe even 11th decade if you're lucky. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.